Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about Kenshiro Teraji and Rafael Sandoval. What an upset Rafael Sandoval had last night. Well, for me it was last night, depending on where you are. But Teraji, now he went into that fight major favorite. I think it was like Teraji. I think he was about $1.50 to close to $6.30. What that is in plus and minus, I'm not sure, but either way, major favorite. And I thought Rafael Sandoval started really well. I thought the first two rounds were really good, and then he gets dropped in the third, I believe. I don't like these cards. Last night there was no down the bottom, the timer and the rounds. It's hard to keep track of what round and when things happen, but I think it was the third. Um, and I thought, oh, here we go. Taraji's now just going to take over completely. But credit to Sandoval. He gets dropped, doesn't look wobbled, doesn't look too phased, gets up, looks good, survives that round. Well, I say survives, just sees it out, doesn't do anything stupid, tries to not get hit again too bad. And I'm thinking, all right, well, here we go. This is going to be another typical Taraji win. He's just going to destroy Sandoval, get the win. And then Sandoval, credit to him, he doesn't lose composure. He gets straight back up, sees out that round, continues to box. Right, he boxed very well against Teraji last night. Lots of those middle rounds probably went to Teraji. And then towards sort of 8th, 9th round, Sandoval started to take control once again. Now, in the 12th round, Sandoval drops Teraji, and I think that was that was probably, well, it couldn't have been the deciding thing. I think without that he still wins the fight. But I think it was just sort of the feather in the cap, just the insurance he won that fight. The end scorecards were 110, 117 Sandoval, 112, 115 Sandoval, and 114, 113 Taraji. I think the 112, 115, 114, 113 are right. 117, 110 are quite wide. But to be honest, I can see how you could give it a few extra rounds to Sandoval. There was no doubt Sandoval was the better fighter in that fight. He got the better punches in. He boxed really well. And I think he was more than deserving of that victory. Becomes the new WBC World Flyweight Champion. And I think it's up there with one of the biggest upsets I've seen in a while. That was unbelievable. I think it was a great fight. Let's talk about Dago Higa. Now, let's talk about the fight first, then we'll talk about the news that came out afterwards. Now, I thought Antonio Vargas won that fight. I do think he won that fight. He sort of secures the first few rounds, then Higa drops him. Higa then takes control of probably the next two or three, and then I thought Antonio Vargas ended much the better fighter. Look, Antonio Vargas, he retains his title, but I don't think he should have retained it. I think he should have won it. I think he should have, you know what I mean, like defended it, not got away with a draw, because that's what it'll look like. Dago Higa, he was, I want to say he was poor. I don't think he was very good at all, to be honest. The drop was good, but then he didn't really take advantage of it. I thought Vargas was the better fighter. All three judges had it unanimously a draw, 113, 113 all across the board. But I think that was poorly judged. I think Antonio Vargas definitely won that fight, but that's just my opinion. I'm sure you guys in the comments might differ. Think maybe Dago Higa won it, especially with the knockdown. And the final fight, Eric Rosa versus Kiyosuke Takami. Takami secures a 10th round stoppage. I don't think Eric Rosa was very happy with the stoppage, although I saw 10 rounds of complete dominance from Takami. I'm just looking at the scorecards here: 82, 89, 82, 89, 81, 90. So some of the judges did give Rosa some rounds, but for me, he didn't win one. Um, I might be remembering wrong. That was the first fight of the night. There was a lot of fights on last night, but Takami just had this presence. He was in beast mode. Honestly, I thought he was outstanding. Um, and at 9-0 now, is Takami at 9-0? Let me check his record. I think he's 9-0. 10-0. 10-0. 23 years of age. I think he's unbelievable. Honestly, he is going to be in there, I think, in the next 5 or 6 years, almost around the way we talk about Junto and Inoue. If there's one thing that I think will make or break this kid, and it's the fact that he went a very long time last night there, not looking like he was going to have the power to stop Rosa. And that's a bit of a problem, I think, because if there's one thing Inoue and Nakatani do, it is get stoppages and get brutal finishes. Especially when the fight might be not going their way, they're able to pick something out, turn the fight around off that power. I didn't see that power last night. I saw a lot of activity. I saw someone that has a great gas tank. He just didn't stop throwing. The combinations were good. Everything was good. I just do worry he needs to, I think, need to get a bit more power in there. There is a lot of powerful, smaller boxers. And he didn't show that. Like you watch someone like Ray Ford, Ark McDalia, Nick Ball, and then, like I said, Inoue and Nakatani, and these small fighters, these really good fighters, Jesse Bam Rodriguez, they're able to stop you, and they're able to deliver brute power either to the head or the body. And Takami tried to hit both the head and the body, and nothing seemed to do enough. By the end, I think the stoppage didn't come from power. I think Eric Rosa was just so exhausted. The shot that landed, that dropped him before it got stopped, was like, I think it was a right hook that hit the shoulder and then sort of just tapped the chin. And Eric Rosa just walked forward and fell over into the corner, gets back up. But it was over. Like, the guy couldn't stand up. And basically, that's why the ref stopped it. Yes, Takami made it that way. His activity, his energy, the work to the body was exhausting. But it probably shouldn't have gone 10 rounds. The dominance that Takami showed, I thought, come on, let's get a stoppage here. Let's get a stoppage here. Let's get something. Drop him, make it. And it just never came. But look, I don't want to be too harsh on him. I saw, like I said, I saw a class fighter there, like a really class fighter. I think this is the first time I've watched this kid. I was so impressed with him. I thought it was unbelievable skill that he showed. And look, yeah, the power wasn't there. He didn't get the stoppage, but with the dominance that he had, he did not at one point stop his output. He didn't stop looking for the stoppage, so I'll give him credit for that. He kept going. He was determined to stop him, and in the end he does. And now at 23 years of age, 10 wins, 8 knockouts, coming from someone who just said that I didn't think he showed enough power, the record books are what's going to count, and I'm excited to watch this guy fight again. Alright, last thing on this card, after the Dago Hida versus Antonio Vargas and Teraji fought, must have been probably an hour, I think, after Teraji fought that I saw this. Dago Higa has announced his retirement from the sport. Whether that is a complete retirement or a reflex, I don't know. I mean, let's have a look at he's 29. 29, 21, 3 and 3. And the reason I say is that a reflex thing is because, number one, he's not old. I actually thought he was older than 29. But he's now had 3 fights in a row now. It's either 3 fights in a row or 3 fights recently for a title, and each and every time he's now come up short. I think 2 of them have been draws as well, possibly. But I think I wouldn't be surprised if this was just he's angry with himself and he's angry at the performance, and it's just that I've retired out of haste, and in a month's time he's realized, you know what, I didn't actually fight that bad. I'm still feeling good. I'm going again. I wouldn't count that out, but if he has finished up, look, good on him. He's had a good career. Obviously, it is hard because he did fall short 3 times. But he is an excellent fighter. He's great to watch. He's exciting. He's a power hitter. And every time I've watched him, he's really made it a brawl and risked losing to ensure that he wins or he knocks his opponent out. 21 fights, 19 knockouts. He's a good fighter, and I don't honestly think we saw the best of him last night, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him back. Alright guys, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Like, subscribe if you are new. We're so close to 100 subscribers. Let's try and get there, hopefully this week. And I'm out of here, guys. See ya!